Station.
50 years ago, a crowning moment for Temple University football. The legendary Glenn "Pop" Warner leads the Owls to the first Sugar Bowl game ever played. That moment of glory is recaptured here at the College Football Hall of Fame in Kings Island, Ohio. All the great ones have taken up residence here, immortalized in glass and bronze. But more, they are immortalized in the minds and hearts of young dreamers everywhere, young men who reach for the same golden ring. There may not be a Hall of Fame awaiting the end of each player's tour of duty, but as Pop Warner said, the joy for each man who straps on the shoulder pads on fall Saturdays lives in each player's desire to reach his full potential. And as the 1985 edition of the Temple Owls prepared to do battle with Cincinnati, just a few miles down Route 71, a contemporary football coach delivers a similar message.
Ain't nothing but fighters and winners in this locker room right now. Proving that on the field. We got to prove it every Saturday. Every Saturday. You got to go out and you got to prove it again. That's what this game's all about. And it starts right now. Everybody's got to be blocking, tackling, hitting, cheering, yelling into the ball game and having a hell of a good time. And we'll go on back home. Captains Davis, Canellas, Rainstra, and Bowles with the officials right now.
Temple Football 85, brought to you by Kodak Film, because time goes by. Your Delaware Valley Subaru dealers. Budweiser, for all you do, this Bud's for you. Your hometown Pizza Hut restaurants. Rosenbluth Travel, the official agency of Temple University. The people who bring you the delicious taste of Coca-Cola. By Breyer's Ice Cream, America's #1 natural ice cream. And by Acme, your store for low prices. The Cincinnati Bearcats provided a puzzle for the Temple Owls. 3 straight wins to open the season featuring quarterback Danny McCoy. But McCoy had injured an ankle, and 2 straight losses followed. For Temple, McCoy was at best questionable. But the Owls had to prepare for McCoy just the same. If McCoy was not ready, it would be sophomore Billy Davis leading the Bearcats' attack. He, more of a scrambler, and the Owls would be forced to adjust. The Owls elect to let the Bearcats take possession first, working into a nearly 20-mile-per-hour wind. And it was Billy Davis who came out to lead the attack. The Owls would first have to limit the effectiveness of tailback Reggie Taylor, who at 5'7" is oh so tough after the initial hit. He gets 6 yards on his first 2 carries, and Davis is forced to the air. When Steve Dominowski rattles Matt Daniels, the Owls will take possession without yielding a first down. This weekend, the Owls are minus a couple of skilled players. Shelley Poole will see limited duty at fullback. Todd McNair, injured against East Carolina, is back in Philadelphia. So Bruce Arians will be forced to go to the air right away in hopes of establishing Lee Saltz as a major factor. First play from scrimmage for the Owls, and Saltz hits Willie Marshall, 18 yards and a first down. Then the yardage machine, Paul Palmer, scoots for 13 more off right tackle. The Owls are in Bearcat territory. On first down, Saltz goes right back to Marshall, 11 yards and another first down. When Paul Palmer hits the sidelines for some equipment repairs, Arians goes to a virtual unknown, Shelley Morris as his primary ball carrier, and Morris responds. On back-to-back inside runs, Shelley gains 12 yards and a first down at the Cincinnati 21-yard line. The balanced attack is clicking. Saltz, a neat look-in pass for Andy Gerzinski. It's a 14-yard gain for the freshman, first and goal at the Bearcats' 7. And it is only fitting that Shelley Morris gets the call on first down again. He bangs into the end zone to complete the 9-play, 74-yard touchdown drive. Midway through the first quarter, the Owls are playing front runner, leading 7-0. Already on top 7-0, with an inexperienced quarterback in the ball game, Arians wants to step up the pressure. A first down run by Reggie Taylor goes nowhere. But on 2nd and 9, a Davis flat pass to Daniels gets 12 yards and a first down. But Arians sees a spot to allow for the reemergence of one of his most talented players, linebacker Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles had spent the first 3 weeks of this season in an unfamiliar location, on the sidelines. A preseason injury had raised questions about this potential All-American senior season.
Well, we were in goal line defense, and I was playing block, sort of, and they threw it was sort of like a blue pass, a halfback pass over my other shoulder, and I turned and jumped and left my left hand out to break my fall. And me, Bruton, Andy Garzinski all came down on it. And I rolled over, and there it was.
A multiple fracture of the wrist was the result. Todd finally suited up for East Carolina, but the rust was evident. In Cincinnati, however, again it was the big play from Todd which nearly changed the atmosphere of the entire football game.
We ran 41 weak, and if there's only one receiver on my side, I get the blitz, just like against Toledo. And we were hoping that they did sprint out pass. And they did sprint out with nobody there to block me. And I had a clean shot, and you go for the strip and the tackle at the same time. And it was open, there it was.
If we recover that fumble on the 20-yard line on their first possession when he blitzed, it might have been a totally different football game. But he's coming back. He's not there yet, but he's starting to make some plays. He's having a tough time playing off blockers with that hand, and they're blocking him more than he's been blocked in the past. But he's making plays, and he just gives us that great leadership out there.
It is more than just leadership. It is flat-out ability. Todd Bowles is one player who you cannot miss on the football field. He attacks the ball carrier, punishes receivers, and makes an offensive unit think twice before calling a play to his side of the football field. Todd knows he is not yet 100%, but he is ecstatic that he is already a contributor.
As far as fighting off blockers, I feel I have to use one arm. But making tackles, if I can get in the right position, it shouldn't bother me. But that's the problem, sometimes getting in the right position. But I'm making progress. We're 2-3. We're going for a bowl, hopefully. You know, we put together a string of wins these last 6 games. I'm sure I'll be somewhere in the middle.
Yes, the bowl sack could have turned this game around early on. But Coach Dave Carey breathed a sigh of relief and put his quarterback right back to work. This completion to freshman Roosevelt Mukes left the Bearcats with a 3rd and 10. Davis fades and fires, and an overly aggressive Eddie Parker arrives too soon. It is pass interference Temple. The Bearcats' drive will continue. Finally, Reggie Taylor, who will carry the ball 36 times on the day, breaks one around the right side. He gains 25 yards. The Bearcats are in Temple territory for the first time. Then on 3rd and 11, Davis turns into a scrambler. The cutback puts him in the clear for 13 yards and a first down. Taylor now off right guard for 14 yards and a first down at the Temple 23. Another key 3rd down. This time, Carey calls the flanker screen to Mukes. He finds daylight for a first down to the Owls' 9. 2 plays later, and Davis smartly executes a quarterback draw right up the middle. He's in the end zone standing. And as the first quarter winds down, Cincinnati has tied it at 7-7. Just before the quarter closes, Cincinnati is on offense once more. Twice, Davis is able to hook up with split end Joe Heiss for good yardage. As quarter number 2 begins, the Bearcats are in Temple territory. First play of the second quarter, Davis hits Mukes again, a first down at the Temple 19. But on 3rd down from the 14, linebacker Bob Pilkowskis stops Reggie Taylor for a 2-yard loss. Cincinnati will be forced to settle for 3. Kicker Robert Barone delivers from 32 yards out. The Bearcats lead by 3 at 10-7. Now the Owls will go back to basics. Paul Palmer, en route to his 9th consecutive 100-plus yardage day, handles the football on 5 consecutive plays. Inside and outside he goes, moving the Owls to 3 first downs into Cincinnati territory. But on 3rd down, Palmer fumbles, and middle linebacker Bob Leshnak is on it. The threat is canceled. But the Owls defense refuses to yield. Defensive tackle James Moore, who had 8 tackles on the day, stops Davis for no gain. Then John Smith sacks linebacker Davis for an 11-yard loss. With under 6 minutes remaining until halftime, the Owls are in business at their own 31-yard line. Now quarterback Lee Saltz becomes a technical surgeon. On first down, a pass to Keith Foster gains 16 yards to the Temple 47. Then Saltz finds the short-handed one, Willie Marshall, for 14 yards, and another first down to the Bearcat 46. On 3rd and 14, a picture-perfect hookup to Marshall, who has the presence of mind to get to the yardage marker. Saltz, who finished the first half 9 for 11 for 114 yards, had moved the Owls to the Bearcats 21. And here comes Paul Palmer, a 12-yard gain. It's 1st and goal at the Cincinnati 9-yard line. A pair of Paul Palmer runs, one for 3 yards, the other for 4 yards, gets the ball to the 2-yard line. Saltz keeps and sneaks for 1 yard. It is 4th and goal at the 1. The Owls will go for it. Arians calls Saltz number once more, but this time, the Bearcats clog the middle effectively, and Saltz comes up short. The Owls move the ball 69 yards, but come up just short of the goal line. The first half will end Cincinnati 10, Temple University 7.